1580 has you covered.
That's what it's all about.
Be sure to follow us on all our socials for our latest book releases, op-eds, essays, and commentaries from our hosts. And, of course, download the KBLA 1580 app as we strive to remain your most trusted, credible, and reliable source for the issues you care about. This is unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580.
What up, baby?
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turn-offs, fantasies, and fetishes? Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. It's gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and you still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss it. There's something wrong with that.
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad touch routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man who's on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
I want a girl with extensions in her hair, bamboo earrings, at least 2 pair, a Fendi bag and a bad attitude. That's all I need to get me in a good mood. She can walk with a switch and talk with street slang. I love it when a woman ain't scared to do a thing. Standing at the bus stop, sucking on a lollipop. Once she gets pumping, it's hard to make the hottie stop. She likes to dance to the rap jam.
Yeah! My roundaway girl.
Music cafe, let's hear it for the girls from around the way.
The voice of reason and his playlist back in the building with an amazing topic, if I may say so myself. It's really got us thinking tonight. I ain't feeling you no more. And yes, my good brother Jeff Brown made some very solid points. If you ain't feeling them no more, just tell him, I'm not feeling you no more. It's over. Don't go cheat. That's an indictment on your character. But I want to go deeper into the layers of why someone would lose attraction for you. Of course, Krishnamurti states in his classic, world-renowned book, Freedom from the Known, he says, as human beings living in this monstrously ugly society, let us ask ourselves, can this society, based on competition, brutality, and fear, come to an end? Not as an intellectual conception, not as a hope, but as an actual fact, so that the mind is made fresh, new, and innocent, and can bring about a different world altogether. It can only happen, I think, if each one of us recognizes the central fact that we as individuals, as human beings, in whatever part of the world we happen to live, or whatever culture we happen to belong to, are totally responsible for the whole state of the world. What he's saying is, we never look at anything with a fresh mind. We're always looking at it from a conditioned mind. A socially conditioned mind, a psychologically conditioned mind, a religiously conditioned mind, an an academic conditioned mind. We're never looking at it from a clear mindset, where there's no judgment, there's no pretense, there's no negative evaluation. We're seeing things as they are, not as we interpret them. And what he's saying is, because society is ugly and society is monstrous, regardless of the external presentation, whoever you're dealing with, including yourself, is going to have a piece of that monstrosity embedded within their spirit. This is why you've heard me talk about the relationship actor. They know how to act right in order to achieve whatever outcome or goal they are in search of. And this is why I say people do cheat, because a lot of people lack this clear space. What do you mean, clear space? You heard me talk about dukkha and sukha. Sukha is Sanskrit, just means good space. Su, good, ka, space. A lot of people don't have clear space, good space to see things as they are. They have dukkha, which is bad space. And the bad space correlates with all of the unhealed trauma, all of the drama, all of the monstrous aspects of this society. This is how we're these are, if they were shades, we're looking at the world through the shades of a monster. And so we perform in that way. When I come back, we're going to talk to Chicago, Oakland, Indianapolis, Watts, everybody's in the building. I'm going to Oakland first, then Indianapolis, and then everybody else. When we come forward, the phone lines are cracking. The topic is dope.
The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Is all about the 3 Ds: dedication, determination, and discipline. Learn more about our globally recognized diversity certification program today by calling 1-800-983-6192. Again, 1-800-983-6192. Or visit diversitycertification.org. As the #1 organization for certified diversity professionals and also certified diversity executive credentials, diversitycertification.org will provide an opportunity for you to demonstrate dedication to the field, determination to make progress, and more discipline to your process. Go today and learn more about the diversity certification system. Call 1-800-983-6192. Again, 1-800-983-6192. Or go to diversitycertification.org. That's diversitycertification.org. The standard of excellence, equity, diversity.
So you tested positive for COVID. What's next? Treat yourself. There are free COVID treatments available. Taken by pills, these medications can stop the illness from getting serious. So treat yourself. Call a healthcare provider or the statewide COVID hotline at 833-422-4255 to find free treatment today. Again, that's 833-422-4255. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminding you that when we fight, we win. Community Coalition trains activists and organizers in order to support power building with Black, Brown, Indigenous, and people of color. Community Coalition works to help transform the social and economic conditions in South LA that foster addiction, crime, violence, and poverty by building a community institution that involves thousands in creating, influencing, and changing public policy. Latino organization with the goal of turning hopelessness and despair into action. The activism of the Community Coalition's members and community residents has almost solely stimulated economic recovery in South LA for decades, generating billions of dollars by redirecting them to South LA schools and foster care. In addition, Community Coalition offers amazing mind, body, soul resources, advocacy, and policy work, and has a robust and active membership body. To become a member, get a referral, or get support for your nonprofit, visit CocoSouthLA.org. That's CocoSouthLA.org, or call 323-750-9087. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm a movement for myself.
do better math. Your boy a good look, but she my better half. I'm already bossing, already flossing, but why had a
Hey, I'ma keep the energy high. You make me better. Man, isn't it attractive when your partner is always working on themselves, making themselves better, taking care of themselves? Isn't that an attractive attribute? Are your partners asking for the opposite acknowledgement when they don't take care of themselves? They become less attractive, right? 1-800-920-1580. Let's get to the phone lines are lit. Let's get them all. Let's go to Sean. He's been on the longest, and then Ronan from Indianapolis. Sean, Oakland, California. Talk to us.
Hey, brother. So, a wonderful question because, you hit on the point that, when people first meet, there's no doubt it's a physical attraction, right? Before you know that person, there's something there visually, unless, and I'm not to get off on tangents and stuff, unless you can't see and all that, because those people have more sensory awareness, and they might feel you. They might hear you. Mm-hmm. They might sense your movements, because we don't give them enough credit for if you can't see. But we a lot of times, look at that visual and we're attracted sexually. There's no doubt. Heck, I was at that point for so long. But I've been married a long time. And I don't even know if it means that much because it's my own experience. But let me tell you something. You're in this thing together. And so this is the hard part about what you're talking about, because sometimes competition can be good. And the only reason why I say that is that, hey, honey, we've been busy doing our own work, doing our own thing. Everything's going well. But you know what? We need to raise the bar. I did this physical therapy for a long time, physical fitness for lots of people for a long time, athletes, CEOs, all the way down to the regular person. And what you find out, the most important thing that they want is a quality of life. They want to feel better, right? So when your better half is feeling better because they're exercising more, you're kind of eating right together, but sometimes having a nice meal that may not be so healthy. There's a balance that you got to strike between you. And that could be before you get together or in a long relationship. It doesn't matter. But if someone has an injury and they get out of hand and their body doesn't look the same and all that, it's in the mind. Your consciousness between one another has to be between your minds. You have to have a connection and a love for that mind and that spirit that you drive together. So you keep helping the other, whoever's having a harder time, get through whatever it is they're getting through. And that will be intrinsic. That will help you enjoy your life better. And boy, oh boy, that will help you better in the bedroom and everything else. Because you guys will be connecting like you've never felt before.
Man, thank you, Sean. Once again, straight to Covey Cove. We appreciate you bringing Oakland into the building.
Love you, brother.
Love you too, man. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. Let's get these callers in here. Ronan, Indianapolis. Let's talk, man.
What's good, Dr. Zoe?
What's happening? You see me, man. I'm in here cooking.
Yeah, I see you going off, man. That's what's up.
Talk to me, man, about this topic, man. Jeff, he hit on a lot of good stuff, but I think he ruminated on the cheating aspect as opposed to the other part of the question. Your partner letting themselves go. right? And the thought process behind letting yourself go, like there's something going on. And yes, you could be empathetic, but as we dealt with on yesterday's topic, there's something called compassion fatigue, where you're tired of saying you're quitting. This is right. You're quitting on yourself. And in quitting on yourself, do you recognize that you're quitting on everybody, including me, the relationship? You're quitting. That's not attractive. And yes, the response isn't always cheating. It might be leaving. But my question is it justified when your partner puts themselves in the position to quit on themselves and everything else? Is it justified to say, you know what, I'm going to go on and live my life? Talk to me.
Well, my first question is it cheating or is it carnal compensation?
Boy, I'm finna throw these headphones down the hall. Carnal compensation. You owe me sex time. Don't do that.
It's a serious question because people tend to think about I need to get that physical pleasure at that time, but no one really assesses the cost of that. What they're standing to lose for those moments of pleasure. Because, yeah, you get it. That person internally needs that or spiritual mud ducks. Because I've been in a relationship with a chick who was very beautiful, curves, everything, but she had the physique of an aggressive crackhead mentally.
You talking about this?
Just how she carried herself.
Her thought process.
How she carried herself. Yeah. Oh, the thing is, like, she was worried about her vanity, and she was being a victim of it, thinking all she had to do was appear instead of just be a feminine woman, a solid woman. And that was off-putting. So, you know, yeah, you could have the look, but then when you have the mindset and the attitude that is trash, you know, it means you need a spiritual BBL.
You need a spiritual BBL. we got comedians calling in tonight.
No, but see, this is what I mean by spiritual BBLs. Like,
oh God,
it's more interpersonal. It's like how she's walking as a woman was unattractive. It was crooked. How she carries herself, that's appealing to a man who's upright, who likes to see the best out of his woman, not just how she looks, but how she carries herself. And if she's intentionally getting progressively worse by the minute, why should you see anything great about her when she doesn't want to see anything in herself? And you tell her these things. And it's like, you know what, I'm fighting an uphill battle. This is tiring.
So let me ask you this. What is the masculine counterpart to the spiritual BBL? What is his spiritual? What would he need?
Well, I mean, the male version, he'd be a handsome Holocaust.
Oh God, here we go. What does that mean?
This is a guy who's easy to the eyes of a woman, but as a man, he is hell. Not just how he carries himself, but how he leads, how he moves, how he puts her in hellish situations, not just socially, but interpersonally.
So he's a spiritual deadbeat then?
Yes, he's a internal homosexual.
And you know what? That would cause women to not really vibe with him. They may, like Sean said in the beginning, that initial spark of physical attraction. Oh, he's tall, he's dark, he's handsome, you know, whatever. Whatever the things that ladies say, but then once they hear him talk or get in his energy a little bit, they can tell something's off about him. And then did we lose? We can't lose Ronan, man. Ronan, call back in here, man. The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. Wow, we up here killing right now. We got so many people online. I got to get them in. Randy from Watts, jump in here.
Yeah, that's quite a topic we got. It's like Ronan. once she found out that she had that problem, I got to go back to the situation of Mother Nature. 18 to 1. Bye-bye, next. Because if you look at if you read about sexual health of men, they tell us that we need to have a natural orgasm 7 times a month. And females need to have their hormones blasted at least 3 times a week. If not, the psychological problems they have mentally increases. And now we got women running around here the size of quarterbacks talking about they want a man that's making $150,000 and they can't find nobody. We have arrived, and it makes no sense.
Well, brother, I appreciate you for hanging on. You've been on a long time, and I appreciate it. Thank you for the insight, Randy. Look, if you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call us at 1-800-920-1580. What this cannot be is a tax sister show. Listen, let me explain something to you. And I'm going to get to Philip from Chicago next. He's been on the longest. What this cannot be is a tax sister show. Relationships are bi-directional. The conversation goes to women, and then the women are like this, and then the women, and then men, you got to take accountability for your inner ugliness too. Relationships are bi-directional. In other words, that's a fancy word for it's a two-way street. Men, you are attracting low-quality women because you're low quality. Sisters, you're attracting low-quality men because you're low quality. There's something in you that hasn't been addressed. There's something in you that hasn't been embraced. This is why we have these types of relationships. Let me go back to the question at the beginning of the show. Focus on this, because I don't want to hear no grown men blaming women again. Focus on this question. True or false? Do internally ugly people find each other attractive? We're not just talking about physical attractive and having to have 8 or 9 orgasms a week. We're not talking just about that. That part gets old. The science vets that out. The longer the relationship goes on, physical attraction tends to wane. I need y'all to get off the one note. Let's think broader. Let's get deeper. Okay? I'm going to ask the question again. True or false? Do internally ugly people find each other attractive? Well, according to the clinician who created trauma bonding, the answer would be yes. We're going deeper than just the physical, I need sex, guys. Philip from Chicago, get in here and talk to me, man.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm alive and well, brother.
Well, that's good. That's good. I don't think it's a matter of attraction. You know, like internally ugly people, I think be together with somebody for some other reasons other than their shared internal ugliness. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Keep going.
Maybe other things is what holds them. And people on the outside will say, well, you know, they both internally ugly, so they get along. That's just an outside view. I think it's other things that hold people together, at least.
What are those things?
Well, it could be maybe they live together and you know they good at living together, paying bills and stuff. Maybe it is sex. Maybe it's you know, their internally ugliness comes out at a certain time, but any other time they just get along or something. Maybe they have the same hobbies or whatever. Maybe they don't spend a whole lot of time around each other, and the little time they do have allows them to be civil with it during that time. You know?
I like
it. The guy works 12 hours. The guy works 12 hours, and the woman works 8 hours, but she works at a different time than him. You don't really have time to argue in those little hours you have together. But to everybody else who's around her in her 8 hours, she's internally ugly, and he's internally ugly in his 12 hours away from her.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Chicago, Philip.
Yeah. Hey, can I say something about the cheating? Because that's what I really want to talk about.
Clearly, but that ain't the topic. But go ahead. I'm going to let you talk about it.
I have a whole different view of this cheating thing, and I posted something on Facebook about this. As it relates to men, I honestly think it's impossible for a man to quote-unquote cheat. I prefer society use a better word. I actually hate that word. Because you can't – men and women are not even equal on the sexual dating platform. Women by far have an advantage. So saying a man cheated is like a millionaire telling a bus driver who had to get a second job he cheated in the game of life to make more money. You know what I'm saying?
Well, thank you, Philip. We appreciate it. Maybe I'll do the topic on cheating tomorrow.
They should call it two-timing, you know, or something.
Two-timing, boy, you.
Yeah, like they used to say in the old days.
You country.
It's impossible for a man to cheat. How? Women got the advantage.
All right.
You can't look at men and women as like individuals. You got to look at women and men as a society. Women being the dominant and men being the subordinate society. And basically all extra pussy is for men.
Hey! Okay, now you got to go. You got to go. Come on, man. You can't be in here cussing. Oh, God. Boy, I got a whole rabble of people in here right now. I got an army of men that just want to talk bad about women. Oh, gosh. When we come forward, I'm going back to the phone lines. Hopefully, y'all will clean it up.
I'm already bold, I'm already fly. But if I'm a star, she is the sky. And when I feel like I'm on top, she give me reason to not stop. And though I'm hot, together we burn it up.
It's on fire tonight. It's exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Mike Island, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. Tropical Storm Nicole is hitting parts of northern Florida and southern Georgia with heavy rain. Nicole has weakened since making landfall in Florida as a Category 1 hurricane on Thursday. Officials in Florida are warning residents to stay safe as the storm moves through. 2 more top Twitter executives are resigning. On Thursday, 2 executives working in the security and privacy division of Twitter quit after Elon Musk's first company meeting. The news comes just hours after Twitter's chief information security officer also quit. There are at least 400,000 midterm election votes that still need to be counted in Arizona. That's according to officials in the Grand Canyon state. The race for governor remains close between Democrat Katie Hobbs and Republican Kari Lake. And that's the latest. I'm Mike Island from your 24/7 news source, BINnews.com.
Need an accident attorney by your side? All you got to do is call the accident guys.
Injured in a car accident or at work? Call the accident guys. Because unlike other firms, an attorney will negotiate your case, not a paralegal.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
After hearing that WNBA star Brittany Griner has been transferred to a Russian prison colony, President Biden said he will intensify efforts to bring Griner home. The U.S. and Russian governments have had discussions about a prisoner exchange. A prisoner exchange appears to be the best solution to secure Griner's release. Griner is serving a 9-year sentence for alleged drug possession. Nike founder Phil Knight said it is unlikely he will renew Nike's endorsement deal with Brooklyn Nets guard Kyrie Irving. Last Friday, Knight suspended all deals and product lines with Irving. The separation from Nike will cost Irving $11 million a year. Irving is serving a 5-game suspension. Anti-Semitic documentary on his Twitter page. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson. This sports report was brought to you by MVP Accident Attorneys. When it comes to your settlement, we're slam dunk. Call 833-MVP-WINS or check their website at themvp.com for a free case review.
If you're the victim of a car accident, call the pros at MVP Accident Attorneys. When it comes to getting the maximum compensation you deserve, our team hits it out of the park. Call 833-MVP-WINS for a free case review.
Call me your MVP.
Is the pen mightier than the sword? They say the pen is mightier than the sword. At KBLA Talk 1580, we not only have a lot to talk about, we have a lot to write about. Politics, relationships, business, empowerment, and culture. The all-star roster at KBLA Talk 1580 has you covered.
That's what it's all about.
Be sure to host. And, of course, download the KBLA 1580 app as we strive to remain your most trusted, credible, and reliable source for the issues you care about. This is unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. What up, baby?
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. Build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
When you're the victim of a car accident, who goes to bat for you is crucial. We're MVP accident attorneys, the personal injury pros. Hiring the right law firm can be the difference between a rewarding settlement and striking out. Our team is in it to win it, and we'll fight to get the maximum compensation you deserve. Call the pros at MVP Accident Attorneys at 833-MVP-WINS for your free consultation. Call 833-MVP-WINS.
Call me your MVP.
For generations, our families have worked hard to accomplish the dream of owning a home. Not just to have a roof over their heads, but roots beneath their feet. A place to gather and reconnect with loved ones. A home to pass down through the generations. It's your turn now. And Rocket Mortgage is here to help open the doors to home ownership. Rocket is an expert when it comes to buying a home, and we have the tools to help you get there. In this competitive market, a verified approval can give you an edge with sellers. You'll stand out because your finances have been approved, so they'll know you're a time to buy that house and make it your dream home. Rocket can. Let us help you get started. Call 888-900-0409 today or visit rocketmortgage.com.
A verified approval is based on an underwriter's analysis of your individual financial information appraisal and title report. Call for cost information and conditions. Equalizing lender license in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org number 33.
You're listening to the voice of reason with Joe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
No Snoop. Come on, baby boo, you got to get into it. Going forward to play with the cool with.
Legendary Snoop.
Have a glass, let me put you in the mood.
Hey, this is a record to his wife.
Like a student, long hair with your big fat.
Did you ever hear Snoop talk about his wife, Boss Lady? He's not just talking about her aesthetics. Yes, he believes she's aesthetically beautiful. But she's much more to Snoop than just that. Right? And let me just say, man, the physical attraction is not going to last forever, but it can grow into something far more substantial. Let me read it something to you really quickly, and then I'm going to go to Jeff Brown. Actually, nothing is born ugly. Ugly is something we create by our attitude and behavior. Edward L. Boyle, Musings. Right? The beautiful exterior is just a facade for the ugly person inside. Rick Higginson. I need y'all to understand this is what I'm talking about. Ugly people like each other. Toxic people like each other, drawn to each other. You hear people say, oh, he's a mess. And he got a woman. And she's a mess too. Right? But guess what? A level of attraction starts to evolve, and I mean deepen, when people say, you know what, I am a mess. And now I'm about to be accountable for my mess. Have you ever cleaned up a really dirty room in your house and you really got into it? And I mean, you cleaned beyond cleaning. Like, you really were determined to make that room livable and spotless and smell good and feel good. And you put the time and effort into it. How did it make you feel once you achieved that goal? You found yourself going into that room more often. When it was a mess, you probably stayed away from it. But once you cleaned it, I mean, like really you deep cleaned it, that started to become like a spot you would be in your house. There's a feeling that comes with cleaning your house being clean. Like you be like, yeah, I feel good in here. Relationships feel like that too. And I believe attraction can be deepened when we deep clean ourselves internally. We got callers on the line. Jeff Brown, talk to me.
Yes, sir. Let me go on and co-sign, and I apologize for calling back so late, but I had a family emergency that I'll kind of discuss with you later. Okay. But you are 110% right with regard to the clean maintenance of your soul and your presence and your essence. That when your soul is clean, you are nicer to be around, even to the people who do not deserve that atmosphere, which is why you must be guarded of it. You have to be on the constant lookout for improvement of self. It's about you. It's not. It ain't even on the. I'm not even on the whole side chick thing. That's easy. Baked chicken, fried chicken, ain't no chicken like side chicken. That's easy. That's who here ain't done that? Right. Who here has not fed their energy with the perverse thrill of infidelity? It's a thrill in it. Let's not lie about it. It's a thrill in it. But the truth is, and I hope I'm not, and bruh, give me some guardrails here if I'm straying from topic. I'm trying to stay on it. This whole thing with, am I slick enough? Am I cool enough? Do I really need to prove again? I need to prove again to myself that I can get laid. Is there something missing? Does this person give me something that the other person doesn't? How about me creating an honesty triangle? How about me creating an honesty triangle so that I don't miss the blessings I'm supposed to get? Because once I stop lying about this, I'm on another page. Maybe the man can't take it, but I'm going to have to give him dishonesty if I'm going to move forward in my life. Now, if I'm going to move forward with him and this is a one-time occurrence, then I need to carry that guilt to my grave, man or woman. Wow. You going to cheat on your person one time and you ain't going to never do it again? You better carry that guilt to your grave. You don't get to wipe your butt on their soul. Why do they got to suffer? Am I close? Because this is the old Hulk trying to read the encyclopedia. This is not the new Hulk or the She-Hulk. This is the old dude. This is Lou Ferrigno trying to read the encyclopedia right now. So let me know. Am I on point here? Talk back to me.
You good, Jeff? You good, Jeff? You good, brother. I appreciate the insight. And I know the listeners appreciate it, too, because people are talking in the chat as you're talking, bruh. So I appreciate it. And I'm gonna reach back to you to find out what went down.
Okay, yeah. And then I'm going to say this. I'm going to get out of here. Mm-hmm. To all you, can I say half-ass? All you half-ass dudes out here dogging women because of what they're not or what you're not. In the words of a good friend of mine, Joe Williams, you attracting your lesson. And until you learn that lesson, another version of that is going to show up so that you can learn this class.
Man, come on, Jeff. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man.
Off like a dirty shirt.
Yeah. Now we cooking. Let me get Heru Ali in here. He's been on for a while, and then I'm going to Ronan and then Fred. Hello. Hey, Heru, what up?
Peace and love to the family nations. Honors Zoe, staff, Andy. Honors Tavis Smiley. Listen, honors OG Jeff, Council of Jedi. Went deep. Appreciate it tremendously. It's been a while. What we not going to do? What we not going to do is act like we ain't never kicked it with somebody who was physically in the face ugly, but was thicky in the body, and in addition to that, had a more beautiful spirit inside of them.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Inside of them.
Yeah.
To the fact to where folks will say, oh, I see why you with them. They ugly, but they got body, yada.
And a sweetheart disposition, love. Oh, man. I know what you're talking about.
Listen. Absolutely.
And also, junior high school.
Yes, sir. Also, listen, we know there's some ugly babies born. How do we know? What is the evidence? Well, where did the ugly people come from physically?
Boy, I'm finna run down the hall, man. Don't do this tonight, man.
Respectfully, listen. They could be ugly physically and beautiful spiritually. Some of the most beautiful people that you could ever meet in your life. But we ain't gonna act like ugly people don't exist. That's why some folks need game, and why, to be quite honest, you've admitted plenty of times that I ain't never had to have no game to get no play, right? Because in this society that we live in, you know what I'm saying, there are some aesthetics that are in the 1%.
The 1%.
In the 1%. But as it comes to relationships, myself personally, let me go deep personally. Mm-hmm. Being married straight out of high school sweetheart. Oh my goodness. Body, yachty, and beauty. Body and beauty. But being married almost 20 years, and this is your wife, sexually, stuff gets routine.
Right.
And sometimes you might have suggestions like, you know what, I would like this and that, or thus and so. Is this something that we can do? Can we bring in? Can we try and find a sister wife? Because, you know, I'm a polygynist. Oh, that's something that you're down with. Let's do it. It gets routine. That don't mean that the love ain't there. That don't mean that you're going to leave them because, you know what, the sex has become routine. I'm still not leaving her. We got 4 beautiful children. I love my wife. And guess what? If this is as good as it gets till I take my last breath, I'm willing to take it because I love them. This is not limerence. I love and I honor them. But sex can get routine. Right. And for a man, knowing that monogamy is not natural to men. I'm talking about the everywhere he ends.
Okay.
The original folks. Monogamy is not natural for a man. So are you really you mean to tell me you really about to mess up your house like I said before for OPP?
Wait, somebody
in
the chat room just said just because you bored don't mean you get to get a sister wife. Listen,
No, you're absolutely correct. Whoever said that.
Hold tight. When we come forward, I don't know what I was thinking. Jeff Brown and Heru Ali back to back. When we come forward, I'm gonna wrap up with my brother in Battle Creek, Michigan.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Wakanda Forever. Maisha Cairo here with your K-Black Minute News, brought to you by LA Care Health Plan. This is the week we have all awaited. The highly anticipated sequel to Black Panther is set to release this week in theaters, Wakanda Forever, starring Tina Huerta, Michael B. Jordan, Leticia Wright, Lupita Nyong'o, to name a few. Now, Black Panther made about $202 million in 2018 on opening weekend. Do you think that this sequel will do the same? Tweet us to let us know at KBLA 1580. And thanks to our new sponsors, publicly operated health plan in the country is pleased to announce that its LA Care covered product has the most affordable rates across all metal levels in Los Angeles County. And thanks to an extension of federal subsidies, some members will have premiums as low as $0 a month. Log on to lacare.org.
Roll out. The all-new Gardena Nissan is proud to be a partner of KBLA, and right now, during their fall sales event, Zero Down delivers any new or pre-owned car at Gardena Nissan. They're located conveniently on Redondo Beach Boulevard at Western, and they specialize in helping folks out who have no credit, bad credit, bankruptcies, or repos. The folks at Gardena Nissan will take fantastic care of you and help you get into the car you need and deserve at a spectacular price. Visit them today or shop online at GardinaNissan.com. The all-new Gardena Nissan is proud to be a partner of KBLA, and right now, during their fall sales event, Zero Down delivers any new or pre-owned car at Gardena Nissan. For the best deals, log on to GardinaNissan.com. Zero Down on approved credit. GardinaNissan.com. Roll out.
Real talk, kids are gonna kid. And sometimes that can look messier, ickier, and stickier than we'd like to admit. We can't always protect our kids from chewing on borrowed pencils, sharing lip gloss, or wild sneezes. But there is one thing we can protect them from, and that's COVID-19. Keep your family safer with vaccines and boosters. Find one near you at myturn.ca.gov. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
Did you know fixing outdoor leaks can save 27 to 90 gallons of water per day? Even tiny leaks can be huge water wasters. Conserving water starts with a few simple water-saving actions at home and in your yard, like adjusting your sprinklers and adding drip irrigation so you water only where it's needed. We can all do our part to conserve water. Visit SaveOurWater.com for more water-saving tips. Save water, save California.
The City of Los Angeles Department of Cannabis Regulation invites you to participate in a virtual town hall meeting called Cannabis in Your Community, partnering on progressive enforcement. They want to engage and receive input for you on a very important topic, illegal cannabis activity in your community. Identifying problems and discovering new ideas to fix them. These virtual events will include a presentation on how DCR, the Los Angeles Police Department, and other city departments work together to tackle enforcement against illegal cannabis businesses. Each meeting will focus on the different region of the city. For more information on time, dates, and regions, please visit cannabis.lacity.org.
You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Love and lust. All of us. Give me a run for my money. There is nobody, no one that'll run me. So give me a run for my money. Spend lovely, feeling lovely. Living lovely. Just love. I wanna be with you. 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 Just love. If I didn't ride
still love me? If I'm in my mind, then where would you still love me? Keep it 100, I'd rather you just be.
Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason.
Keep it a whole 100, don't got good.
This is an absolute perfect song for what we're talking about. Love or lust? I want you to hear something. Or I want to read something to you, and then I'm going to get back to Heru Ali. This is a quote from Nazanin Moali. This is a sex therapist. We take for granted that just because we're attracted to our partner, the same attraction will stay forever without effort. We take that for granted. Yes, you've been attracted to your partner in a moment in time, but that doesn't mean that moment is going to last for all of the moments that you guys are together. What is, if sex is the bricks, what is the mortar of your relationship, right? Attraction, physical attraction, if that's the brick, what is the mortar that holds whatever structure you're trying to build with that up? Your relationship has to be made of something far more substantive in order to last. And even then, there's no guarantee that it will last. In long-term relationships, it's not uncommon for attraction amongst partners to dissipate. Right? That's Nazanin Moali, a Los Angeles-based sex therapist and the host of the podcast Sexology. This is what she told Huffington Post. We take for granted that just because we were once attracted to our partner, that the same attraction will stay forever. And I'm here to tell you, living in the society that is constructed the way that it is, we bring a lot of societal baggage as well as familial baggage into the relationship interaction. And if a lot of that stuff is, entitlement, bitterness, complaining, all that's going to make a person unattractive. And most people do not respond to the unattractiveness that they perceive from their partner in a positive way. Heru Ali, can you rap it for me?
Absolutely. One thing that you and I and all males know, and I would even say that females know, is the only thing better than yoni is new yoni, right?
Oh, here we go.
Why? I'm not gonna put you on blast. I'm not gonna ask you to confirm or deny. But listen, it happens. There is such thing as true, quote unquote, love, not limerence. But let's just be real. We don't know enough about what we, the everywhereians, knew what was love, duty, honor, because we have been colonized. Our culture has been taken, our mores, forays, all of that has been taken. So I appreciate you allowing me to speak. Salute to all the staff, Kevin Smiley, and you, my brother. I'm coming back soon. Peace and love to the family nations. Everybody stay safe.
Thank you, brother. We appreciate it. What can make you unattractive in your relationships? You are manipulative and controlling. You are dishonest. You are self-focused. You are enamored with how you look on the outside. You cop an attitude about everything. You're always pessimistic. You're bossy. You're disrespectful. You're condescending. You are jealous of others. You try to hide your flaws. You take yourself too seriously. You aggrandize your contribution to the relationship while marginalizing your partner's contribution. You are rude and you are entitled. You're a blamer and not a claimer. How about that? Right? This is how you let yourself go in relationships. Like, if you never dealt with any of these, that's letting yourself go too. You could be beautiful all day in America. You could be attractive. The aesthetics could be on point. But another type of letting yourself go is ignoring aspects like the aforementioned, right? Things you need to work on internally. And I know a lot of people never want to be accountable. They want to blame every situation and circumstance and scenario that brought them disappointment. They want to blame it on somebody else. But I'm telling you, a different type of laziness is a refusal to do self-work. It's not just, oh, you didn't get your teeth fixed. As Ronan said, a lot of people need a spiritual BBL. For all the people on the line, I can't get to you right now because we're at the total end of the show. I'm so sorry. But look, I started the conversation. It's up to you to finish it. Now, when we come forward, guess who's going to be on? My brother Danny Morrison and Robin Ayers. They're going to keep the fire lit. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow to the VOR, the Voice of Reason here on KBLA Talk 1580. Believe it or not, I've got a lot to talk about still.
If I'm in my mind, then where would you still? Keep it 100, I'd rather you trust me than to. Keep it a whole one, don't got you, I got nothing. For my money, there was no money, no one else around me.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Mike Island, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. Tropical Storm Nicole is hitting